We spend years collecting possessions we believe will make us happy. More possessions, more security, more comfort. But what if some of your belongings are actually holding you back? Today, we're exploring whether your possessions are serving your life or quietly owning it. Take a breath, trust your intuition, and choose the piece of sea glass you feel most drawn to. Piece 1 is a large blue piece of sea glass. Piece 2 is a green marble piece of sea glass. And piece 3 is a pink and white piece of sea glass. Each holds a different message about what you're holding on to and what you're ready to release and what truly matters most right now. Here we have 3 piles: the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands. If you've chosen pile 1, represented by the Page of Pentacles, let's explore your message. This pile feels very grounded and practical. The Page of Pentacles often appears when we're building something of lasting value. For many of you, your possessions aren't the problem. In fact, some of these things you've acquired may represent hard work, careful planning, and a desire to create security for yourself and those you care about. The question this card asks is not, should I own less? The question is, am I using my resources to build the life I want? Like all page cards, the Page of Pentacles signifies the beginning of an idea or project. Here we can see a youthful figure standing in a fertile land, looking at the pentacle in admiration, curious about its potential in the material world. I keep feeling that this pile is less about attachment and more about intentionality. Your possessions may be tools. Your savings may be tools. Your home may be a tool, and your work may be a tool. The Page of Pentacles asks you to look at what you're building and whether it still aligns with the future you're trying to create. I feel whether you realize it or not, you are standing on solid ground and entering a period where new opportunities may begin to emerge. Many of these opportunities could involve finance, study, business, property, career development, land, or long-term security. The potential for abundance is certainly here, but the Page of Pentacles reminds us that potential must be nurtured. Look at how the page is holding the pentacle almost delicately on the tips of their fingers. There's curiosity here, there's enthusiasm, but there's also inexperience. This card encourages you to move forward thoughtfully and intentionally. Build the security you truly want rather than simply accumulating more possessions. The goal is not ownership for its own sake. The goal is creating a life that feels stable, meaningful, and aligned with your future. While the Page of Pentacles asks us to think about what we're building, the Hierophant is seen with the green glass sea marble and asks a very different question. Why are we building it in the first place? This second pile feels much less concerned with possessions themselves and much more interested in the beliefs behind them. Here we have the Hierophant depicted as a religious figure in a very formal environment, dressed in red and white ceremonial robes and with a gold triple crown. The Hierophant is a card of tradition, social expectations, family values, and the lessons we've inherited from others. For some of you, I feel like you've spent years following a traditional, conventional, and well-established path that was presented to you as success. Own a certain type of home, have certain possessions, reach certain milestones, build a particular life. But I keep hearing the question, are these truly your values or values you've inherited from other people? The Hierophant invites us to examine what we've been taught about money, security, status, and success. For some of you, the possessions themselves are not the issue. The question is whether they have become symbols of a life you were told you should want. A particular house, a particular lifestyle, a particular definition of success. If owning these things no longer bring fulfillment, this card asks you to consider whether you are carrying someone else's expectations rather than your own desires. In that sense, it may not be the possessions owning you, it may be the beliefs attached to them. Some of you may be realizing that you've achieved things you once wanted, yet they don't bring the fulfillment you expected. The goal itself may never have been fully yours. You may have aligned too strongly with other people's values, causing your energy to become focused in a direction that no longer feels authentic. This card asks you to honor the wisdom you've received through teachings, traditions, and communities, while also finding the courage to decide what success means for you personally. I feel the Hierophant is encouraging you to become more flexible and free in your thinking, and to question why you are building towards certain goals materially, physically, and spiritually. And finally, if you have chosen the third piece of sea glass, the pink and white piece of sea glass, we have the Ace of Wands. While the previous two piles explored possessions as security or cultural expectations, the Ace of Wands asks a very different question. What would become possible if you invested less energy into your possessions and more energy into living? Perhaps your possessions aren't owning you, but they may be taking up time, energy, attention, or courage that could be invested elsewhere. The Ace of Wands signifies new beginnings, bold action, and the energy of the fire element. It's a card of movement, adventure, and potential for new experiences, as all aces signify opportunities. Here we have a hand extending out of a cloud of smoke as if to offer a new exciting challenge and a chance to get involved in new projects and ventures. Instead of waiting for a sign to start a project, the card is asking you to act now. Don't spend too much time in planning and research. The Ace of Wands is asking you to move, to begin, to engage with life more directly. For some of you, the question is no longer, what else do I need? The question is, what do I want to do with the life I already have? I keep feeling that this pile is less interested in what you own and more interested in what you could experience. The Ace of Wands is asking, are your possessions supporting your life, or are they quietly consuming the time, energy, and freedom needed to pursue what truly excites you? This card feels like a reminder that some of the most valuable things in life cannot be owned. They must be experienced. And although each pile offers a different message, they all point to the same question. Are your possessions supporting your life or distracting you from what truly matters? The cards invite you to reflect on what you are building, why you are building it, and what experiences may be waiting beyond it. Whichever pile called to you today, the large blue sea glass, the green marble, or the pink and white piece of sea glass, I hope this reading has brought you insight and clarity. If this reading resonated with you, I'd love to hear which pile you chose and what message stood out to you the most. And if you enjoy these coastal tarot readings, please like and subscribe so you don't miss future readings here on the channel. Thank you for being here with Sea Glass Tarot. Until the next time.